It's Food for Thought with Dr. Phil Knight. And now another Farm Bureau Insurance of Michigan moment.
I have Cathy McCune on the phone with me. She's a dairy farmer in Isabella County, and she's the chairperson for the state P&E program with the Michigan Farm Bureau. Cathy, help our listeners understand what the state P&E committee does and what it stands for.
Well, the Promotion and Education Committee is 30 years old. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary this past year. It's a group of 22 farmers that have a passion for sharing their story and promoting what they do every day and educating the public, both youth and adults, about where their food comes from and just agricultural in general. We look at all the commodities. We have a group that, we have several dairy farmers. We have crop farmers. We have a couple sheep farmers. So we have a really nice group of individuals that bring something. They all bring a different commodity to the group.
Right, brings a different perspective to the Promotion and Education Committee. So you're a dairy farmer, and tell us a little bit about that.
We are a centennial farm, which means that it's been in our family for over 100 years. In fact, our barn is 100 years old this year. It was built in 1917. And so we have had cows in the barn for all that time since the barn was built. And so my son will be the fifth generation. He's in his early 30s, and he's dairying with us. We're real happy that he chose that profession.
Right.
And we farm probably close to 500, maybe a little bit over that. We milk about 70 cows, so on the scale, we're probably considered one of the smaller farms, but, we like what we do, and we're just happy to be there.
Well, yeah. We're happy you're there, too. In fact, we just had Ken Nobis from the Michigan Milk Producers Association, and you guys are helping them to donate more than 150 gallons of milk per day into the Food Bank Council's network. And I'll have you, I don't know if you're aware of this, Cathy, but milk is the most requested item in any food pantry across our state.
Well, and I realize that we're working up here in our local church. We have a rotating shelter, and so from I would say November to April, the different churches sign up and they host people that don't really have a place to stay at night. And so when it's our church's turn, we make sure on our farm behalf, that we have dairy there. And so, whether it's cottage cheese or ice cream or milk, we make sure there's always milk. One of the little girls, I think she was 4 or 5, she, was going to be at the homeless shelter that evening, and it was her birthday. And the people that were volunteering found out that the night before that it was going to be her birthday. So they went out and bought ice cream, and they got her a cake, and, they had the chocolate milk there. And that little girl had the nicest little birthday party because people stepped up and they cared. And, I think that farmers care, and if they see a need, especially when it comes to food insecurity, they are going to step up and be at the plate. What can we do to help? How can we help make sure that everybody has something to eat every day?
Well, thank you for your life of service, and we appreciate you being on the Michigan Farm Bureau Moment here on Food for Thought.